Hello everybody, welcome back to Wolfeei Extras. Today is day 27 of Daily December on this channel, which means it is now the first of the final 5 days of this quote-unquote challenge that I've set for myself to upload every single day. Today I will also have background music because I set something up. I have my Spotify set up. There we go. I have background music this time. Alright, today we're going to be looking at MCC All Stars 2, or hypothetical teams for MCC All Stars 2. Originally, I was going to do the worst possible MCC teams today, and then I realized that that is a bit mean, because I would call people bad, technically. I also had no idea what I would even do, so All Stars 2 it is. I have made, here's Connor Eats Pants. I have made 10 teams, a full roster as per usual. I tried to make it kind of as good as possible. It won't have the exact like 40 best winners, but it does have a lot of new faces, I think, compared to the previous not Origins. I'm confused with Block Wars. Previous All Stars event. So let's get started. First off, Red Team has the winning team from, I want to say, MCC 24? Either way, Sapnap replaces Dream on the original team. So it's Sapnap, George, Bad Boy Halo, and Skeppy. I mean, this team will work 100%. There's no reason why it shouldn't. However, seeing last All-Stars, they might not be very good at Battle Box. But we'll see. Orange Team. This one's actually one of my favorites. It is Fruit and Joel, which is a very liked duo, together with Zeus and Ollie, who I think fit really well with this duo. They're both really good friends with Joel, I'm pretty sure, and then Fruit works with almost anyone, so that's great. I like that one. Orange is awesome. Next up, Yellow. Yellow has Jojo with Tubbo, Krinios, and Kara. Now, originally, I had Dave instead of Tubbo, but I did some balancing afterwards, and found out that swapping Dave and Tubbo worked really well, and it doesn't really mess with the chemistry that much. Obviously, Jojo, Kara know each other very well, very good friends. Ryan or Krinios and Kara, Crimson Krakens. Tubbo, I'm pretty sure, knows everyone here. I've actually wanted to see Tubbo and Jojo on the same team for a little while, because I'm pretty sure they are friends with each other. I've seen them interact on Twitter a lot, so I think that'd be an interesting duo. Make it happen? Question mark? Either way, this is it's a cool team. I like it. Funny, skillful, awesome. Next up, probably the team. This is the one in the thumbnail, by the way. Probably a team that the Reddit would really like. It's Quig, Pete, Grian, and Scar. I don't remember if this was one of the stronger ones. I do remember that Pete actually is not in the top 10 players in this event that I made, which is interesting because Dream is not in this. There is another replacement S tier, but we'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, I'll show you the stats at the end, because I did a little bit of balancing. This team works really well, I think. Pete's probably, not probably, Pete's definitely teamed with Grian and Scar before. I don't think Quig's teamed with anyone on this team before, but he'll work perfectly fine. Next up, final day of day 1 of teams. There's Dave. Dave, Tommy, Phil, and Sneeg. Originally, like I said, Tubbo was here instead of Dave. However, that felt a bit repetitive, and also, like I said, balancing. Also, this works pretty well. Dave and Tommy know each other. Also a duo that I've wanted to see for a little while. Sneeg works really well with that duo, and Phil also definitely works very well here. Yeah, funny team, crack team. This would be a very entertaining PvE to watch. So that is the first day of teams. Now on to day number 2. There is the replacement S tier, Fire Breathman, together with Callum, or CPK, Jordan, or Captain Sparkles, and Shelby, or Shovel. I mean, this team should work really well. Originally, I had Scott on this team instead of Sparkles, which also works really well, but balancing said that Sparkles is better than Scott, which might be true. So this is what ended up happening. Also, I didn't really want to put Scott here because it would be a bit repetitive compared to last All Stars, where instead of Shane, it would have been Quig. But regardless, very cool team. Should work really well. Would be pretty cracked. Very wholesome and still a little funny POV. So yeah, that'd be great. Next up, Aqua Team. We have Ant, Frost, and 5UP, which is an amazing duo, together with Sylvie and Scott. Now, originally I did not have Jordan on this team. I just didn't have Jordan on any team yet. So that's why Scott's here now, because this team was a team of 3. Either way, Sylvie and Ant Frost, I think they've won the team for a while, if I remember correctly. Ant and 5UP, very cool duo. Scott, I think, has teamed with Ant and 5UP either once, maybe twice before. I think it might have been once. I think everyone on this team, aside from Ant and Sylvie, might have teamed with each other at some point. I could be wrong. But yeah, very cool team. This is the sleeper cracked team. This is the team where people are going to be like, that's not a very good team. And then suddenly they get top 3 and everyone's going to be like, huh? How? Anyways, blue team. Blue team is the team I didn't really know where to put people, but I wanted to put them in because I feel like they should be in. So H-Bomb, SB737, Ryguy Rocky, and False Symmetry. H and False have teamed before. I don't think H and SB have teamed before, but they might have. I know SB and False have teamed before. I have no clue who's teamed with Ryguy Rocky on this team. I think this should work. Pretty sure this is a family-friendly team. I could be wrong, though. So yeah, awesome team. Next up, Purple. It's purpled with Puns, Gemini Tay, and Finster. Another situation where I didn't really know exactly what to do with this team. I had Puns and Purpled as a duo, because I think it'd be interesting to run that one back. I put Gem, because I'm pretty sure Gem is okay with a lot of people. And then Finster, because Finster is always a very fun surprise on the team. And I feel like Finster is an underrated player in MCC. So yeah, that's Purple team. And then next up is the final team, which I think is the most hype. Originally, I also had Scott on here instead of Wisp. Oh, no, okay, now I remember. I had Wisp and Scott swapped, but I'm pretty sure Wisp is a higher average than Scott, if I remember correctly. Because Aqua Team was actually the best one statistically. I think it might not be anymore, but it could still be. Either way, it's Illumina and Harvey, which I think is a duo that people want. I think it's a cool duo. I put Wilbur there because I feel like that would be really interesting. And then Wisp, because Wisp works well basically anywhere. And also Wisp and Wilbur as a duo is hilarious. I also think Wisp knows both Illumina and Harvey, if I remember correctly. So yeah, that's the teams. Now let's go over to, here are the teams again. The team builder. There's a lot of numbers. You don't need to look at all the numbers. Yeah, as you can see, here's the balancing. The range is not very big. The range is like 200-ish. Something like that. Orange is a standout. Orange is 200 lower than the next team. However, that is also because Zeus's average does include Simmer's stats. So Orange could actually just be broken. But I don't know. Let me know what team you think would win and what you would change. Because obviously these are probably not perfect and they don't need to be either. Also, I used fruit berries for Shane's stats because Shane is not on this stat sheet because he's technically not a canon player yet, but like, whatever. Yeah, I used fruit berry stats, so this could be a little higher, a little lower than it should be. I think it's probably about right. It would give him an average of like 3,000-ish, which I think is fair. Somewhat, maybe a little high for the first event, but whatever. So yeah, those are the teams. Let me know what you think. I'll see you guys tomorrow again. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.